In this video, I'm going to be destroying everyone as France, and form all of France's formables. I really enjoyed doing this video, I hope you enjoy seeing it. I started with the factories. 1 motor, 1 steel, 1 fertilizer and 1 electronics factory. I justified war on Jersey and took the money. Then I built 3 consumer factories. My aim here was to get a big economy to make an enormous army and decimate Europe. After I secure my position in Europe, I will begin my expansion into Africa. Luxembourg was a player, and I wanted Brussels, so I let him kill the Belgian troops for me, then took it. Sorry Luxembourg. I also justified on Italy earlier. Now I'm preparing for war against Germany. If I take Germany, I will be the power of Europe and nobody will mess with me. Then I would be able to set up overseas colonies. I prepared the army and went to war with Germany. Here's a quick tutorial on how to destroy Germany. Step 1 is make a big army that can quickly take out the Rhineland. Then make a smaller, faster army to rush Berlin. Once you take those, you will probably have already made them rage quit. If not, take some more square cities and slowly kill their remaining army. Then you can auto-capture. Here, Germany was caught off guard with his entire army in the Czech Republic. He tried to take some of France, but he could only take a few unimportant cities. I took some more of Belgium and took the money. At this point I had already killed half of Germany's experienced troops. He took some unimportant cities and Lyon, where a factory was located. I quickly took it back though. The situation was worse for him. He had no army now, lost 6 square cities and his capital. It was safe to auto-capture. He made a futile attempt at retaking Berlin, but I quickly stopped him. Okay, now I don't know why he's even trying. He sent me a white piece too. He doesn't even have manpower to make more troops. Although I won the war, I still got some unrest because I forgot to turn on government spending. He's still trying to get a peace deal. Finally, I pieced him out. I forgot a bit of the Czech Republic, but that's okay. UK took the Netherlands, and there was nothing we can do. I'm sorry. It's a France video, I just had to do that, okay? All of a sudden Italy was a player, and troops were forming on our border. And soon after he justified war against me. I wasn't going to let him move his troops, I just declared war first. The border between me and Italy is full of mountains. He opted for a sea landing in the south of France, while I moved my troops through the mountains like Napoleon. I captured Turin and Milan, then rushed to Rome. I quickly killed his troops landing on the mainland, but he snuck some troops into Germany. But I took almost all his square cities in Rome, so it was another win for me. Stay here if you want to see how I will eventually destroy an empire of over 700 million people with less than 3,000 tanks. Anyway, my position in Europe was now secured. I can now start rapidly expanding. For now I'm going to focus on Europe, to form Napoleonic Empire. Spoiler alert, I'm going to get all the lands and form them at the end. During all of that, I noticed USA was falling apart, so I capitalized and started justifying. I took all the land I could in Europe, the rest that I needed were owned by players. As you can see, troops are already landing in North America. The more land I took from different places, the better, because it means that an enemy would require traveling long distances before capitulating me. I was also preparing my country to be able to handle all the new people and factories USA had. I had nowhere near the resources needed to run them, so I was buying everything I found. After they finally capitulated, I gave Luxembourg the rest of Belgium, and then we went to war with the rest of USA and UK, who was now AI. Luxembourg was to take Holland and I was taking UK for our formables. I was genuinely having trouble powering the factories. No wonder they collapsed. Luckily I knew what I was doing. Deleting the factories was also difficult, because it was complicated finding how much I needed to buy and delete. UK was also not capitulating because they had Norway. After way too long I took UK, and was close to solving the factory issue. In the meantime I was in a deficit and had no motor parts for new tanks. I finally fixed the factory issue and was making a lot of money again. Now I started attacking countries in Africa. Pakistan was worrying, they weren't accepting a white peace. I made some tanks and a navy as a deterrent. In the meantime, I started my journey in West Africa. Eventually, Pakistan white peaced and Luxembourg left and released everything for me, so I started taking the rest of the stuff I needed in Europe. As you can see, I steamrolled through Africa. Egypt declared independence from Turkey, and I quickly pinched it to have control over the Suez Canal. It was all going well until I ran out of storage. So I deleted a bunch of stuff, including a video I was working on. Okay, time to continue getting land. I was almost finished from Africa. I started sending troops to Asia for 3 reasons. 1. They were gonna take forever to get there. 2. I needed a base closer to the Pacific to get some islands. 3. Pakistan. I skipped a lot here, but nothing really happened, just me invading weak AI countries. I only had a few countries left. I needed Vanuatu but a Papua New Guinea player invaded it earlier, and so I had to take all of Papua New Guinea. The most important countries I needed were Syria and Lebanon, who were both owned by Pakistan, who by now had almost 500 million people, and was gaining more by the second with his invasion of China. I asked multiple times for them, and he didn't respond, not even a yes or no. My only choice was war. He had a bigger army, with 500,000 infantry, compared to my 30,000, but I had a large navy. I had another trick up my sleeve. Transport aircraft. These things are my new favorite unit. They can store one unit of your choice, fly long distances, then drop them anywhere. Pakistan's capital city is Islamabad, a city with 800,000 people. It is very far inland, so a naval invasion would be noticed before it reaches the capital. There's mountains right on top too, so rushing through Central Asia will be useless. Therefore, transport aircraft were the best solution. I made 4 transport aircraft, took 800 elite and experienced tanks, trained them for the mountains and sent them off. In the meantime I started making a small push in the Middle East. My aircraft arrived, and there were no troops anywhere near his capital. I dropped the tanks and quickly took Islamabad. Pakistan rage quit after that. I was really tired and I couldn't be bothered to take all of Pakistan, so I just went as Pakistan with my alt account and gave myself Syria and Lebanon. But that was basically it. I finished up the last of my wars, took a few countries I forgot, and formed them all. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry this video is a bit late. Goodbye, see you in St. Helena.